As we celebrate and remember on Memorial Day, Blowing Rock had the honor of having Vice Admiral Sean Pybus share his perspective and profound words. Freedom isn't free, and we remember and pay our respects to those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation and freedoms. We can all learn from his words as we remember them and their families each day. Please enjoy Vice Admiral Pybus's address to the Blowing Rock community and our citizens.
I am pleased to present to one of North Carolina's most outstanding business and community leaders, dedicated champion of the U.S. Navy SEAL Foundation, which provides support for the warriors, veterans, and families of the U.S. Navy SEALs. Please welcome Mr. Hunt Broyhill.
Thanks, Jim. It's such a great honor to have Vice Admiral Sean Pybus and his lovely wife Patty with us this weekend. I was telling him last night, with his credentials, he could have been up at Fleet Week in New York or something like that, but we have him here in our humble little village of Blowing Rock, and it's just such an honor. One thing I did promise him, I said, if y'all come to Blowing Rock, we can get you out of some of that heat that y'all live in down in Tampa, and it'll be a little more moderate up here. And I guess I didn't know how good I was. Sean's bio is rather extensive, so bear with me for just a minute because he's a very accomplished individual. He graduated from University of Rochester in 1979 before subsequently enlisting to go to basic underwater demolition SEAL training later that year. He graduated in class 105 in 1984. Sean was assigned to SEAL Team 6 and completed the grueling selection and training course therein. He served as the assault squadron commander during the Achille Lauro hijacking, and he participated in several other classified contingency operations. He served as a SEAL platoon commander, Joint Special Operations Staff Officer, Executive Officer of SEAL Team 2. His overseas assignments include service in Latin America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. He's earned his Master's of Arts degree in Strategic Studies at the Naval War College in 1998. He served command tours at Special Boat Unit number 26 in Panama from 95 to 97. Naval Special Warfare Unit 2 in Germany from 98 to 2000. Naval Special Warfare Unit 3 in Bahrain, 2004 and 2005. And Commodore of the Naval Special Warfare Group 1 from 2005 to 2007 in Coronado. He was promoted to Rear Admiral in 2007, and subsequently served as the Director of Operations J3 United States Special Operation Command, or USOCOM. In 2007 and 2009, he was spent at Camp H.M. Smith in Hawaii as commander as the Special Operations Command of the Pacific. From 2011 to 2013, he was commander of Naval Special Warfare in Coronado. In 2013, he was promoted to Vice Admiral and took command of NATO Special Operations Headquarters in Mons, Belgium. His last position before retirement was as Deputy Commander of USOCOM at MacDill Air Force Base from 2014 to 2016. His decorations include the Distinguished Service Medal, the Defense Superior Service Medal, 3 awards, Legion of Merit, 2 awards, the Meritorious Service Medal, 3 awards, and various other awards. On June 3rd, 2022, he was inducted into the Oklahoma Military Hall of Fame. He's the former chairman of the board of the Navy SEAL Foundation and is currently still serving on that board. Admiral Pybus.
Thank you. I just hung around the Navy as long as I could until they kicked me out. So I was very very fortunate there. To the Legion, thanks for having me. My father is in Stillwater, Oklahoma. He's the secretary of his Legion post. He's 93, and he enjoys doing it. I enjoy going back and seeing what he's doing with his Legion brothers and sisters. Doctors Brown and Page, who live here, invited Patty and I up here on several occasions. We're close friends. Didn't get the opportunity, but Glenn offered this to me. Of course, his scheduling was awry, and so he's in Costa Rica with his wife. We're enjoying his cabin here, and I have a feeling this could be a very expensive trip for me because my wife is talking real estate now. So.
That's not in the budget.
Not in the budget, yeah, so I'll have to work harder. It is nice and cool outside, but it's very warm in this room, and I really appreciate that and would not rather be anywhere else. So I have some friends that I served with here that I really didn't expect. Al Miller, Tony Almond, we're SEALs together, and I've been around quite a bit, so I know some of these folks. I really appreciate them coming out, and all of you for that matter, to do justice to this old building as it turns out. So we'll try to do that. But seeing my teammates, I can't tell you how full that makes my heart. I just love my service, and I love the people that I work with. You might think that SEALs are trying to hijack your ceremony here. Captain Brian Johnson spoke last year. He's another SEAL, good friend. That's not the case. I think Patty and I are here because even as small as Blowing Rock and the area around here is, you all are very benevolent, and we've benefited from the benevolence of this community, let me tell you, now on a national scale. And so I'm happy to be here, and Patty is, and pay you all back for that. The state of North Carolina, of course, is one of our most patriotic. I had 2 children born at Fort Bragg, or whatever they're calling it today. Of course, you've got most of the Army Special Forces there, and then you've got much of the Marine Corps at Jacksonville, and North Carolina happens to be just south of the world's greatest Navy in Norfolk, Virginia. So it's just a great place to spend this holiday weekend
Seymour Johnson.
with you. Seymour Johnson, too, for Air Force.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So that's appreciated, and Doug, your brother died in service. Of course, on this Memorial Day, we recognize those American service members who passed away while wearing the cloth of their nation and engaged in efforts to strengthen our freedom, our democracy. When a man or woman chooses to enter the military service or foregoing the opportunities for wealth, perhaps, they don't enjoy all the freedoms that other civilians do. They live by a military code that can be harsh at times, but they do this out of service. And unfortunately, some lose their lives in the service of their nation. And so this day is how we remember who they were. And we've been remembering our service members that have fallen in the service of our country since 1865, the last year of the Civil War. And so this Memorial Day tradition goes back quite a ways, as it should be. You know, as a long-serving member of the SEAL community, I've lost friends in service. I've been associated with operations where we've lost men and women. And I appreciate it. I appreciate what they've done. I think about many of them every day. And if you'll bear with me, I just want to say some of the names of those that I've known or been known about or been associated operationally with. SEALs parachuting into Grenada, 1983. Kevin Lundberg, Steve Morris, Kenny Butcher, Bob Schamberger. SEALs assaulting an airfield in Panama, Operation Just Cause, 1990. John Connors, Don McFall, Isaac Rodriguez, Chris Tillman. Helicopter insertion in Kosovo, Chad Burkhart. Died in training, Richie Horn, classmate of mine from Buds. Sean Mustard. Frank Leslie, another person who the cancer got, and a very close friend of mine. So thank you. I believe that by saying these names, by remembering who these men and women are, we do them honor. And I would just ask you, as you know, or you see a memorial on any day of the year, just pause, take in that name, say that name, remember, you'll be doing them a great service. They will not die as long as their names are remembered, stated. They sacrificed for our way of life. We can also honor our fallen by taking care of their families, of course. If you know surviving families in your community, do what you can. Their benevolence, their local and national, that are focused on taking care of the families of the fallen, or Gold Star spouses, brothers and sisters, parents. I happen to work with a very good benevolent, the Navy SEAL Foundation. We have a great Gold Star program. We do a lot with kids and camps, and they're extremely appreciative of our efforts, and it pays off. So support the families of those fallen that you know in any way you can. They're the living memories of the men and women that are no longer with us. And of course, we have this great nation because men and women fought and died for it, for the freedoms, security that comes with nationhood, food, shelter, security, trade, education, justice, opportunity. These all flow from defending the country first. So this Memorial Day and every day, appreciate these benefits. Do the best you can with them. Pay these precious gifts forward. I hope you enjoy this holiday weekend. I hope you have plans. You should enjoy it. Take a couple of days off from the drama that is the news today. And know this, the world's finest military, morally and professionally, is out there on the edge as we speak. They're in the air, they're on the land, they're on and in the sea. They're a bit discounted today, maybe discredited a bit too, but they will show up for a fight. They will be there when the nation calls. It's their legacy. So remember those that made that for us. Thank you very much.